Here are some mind-bending facts about space. Considering the creation of the universe, either there was nothing and then there was something, or there has always been something. Both of those are impossible, but one of them is true. You could survive 90 seconds unprotected in space, but a chimp can survive up to 3 minutes. Simply the distance between things in space is scary and a bit depressing. Rogue planets. These are the planets that do not follow any given orbit. They were most likely knocked out by their orbit and now they're trying to do the same.
Here are 3 facts about space that you didn't know. According to mathematics, the existence of a white hole is possible. It's the exact opposite of a black hole, where nothing can enter it but things exit it. But where do they come from? Here is Olympus Mons, which is the solar system's largest volcano and mountain, coming in at 2.5 times the size of Everest. The Milky Way is 105,700 light years wide, and it would take a spacecraft 450 million years to get to the center.
3 things you didn't know about the solar system. The sun takes 225 million years to complete an orbit around the galaxy. The last time it was in the same position, Pangaea was starting to break up and dinosaurs were just appearing. Saturn has a hexagonal-shaped storm. The hexagon is about 29,000 kilometers wide and 300 kilometers high. It is 2 times the diameter of Earth, which is 12,800 kilometers. The solar system is 4.6 billion years old. To put this into context, the human race has only been around for 5 to 7 million years.
When someone asks what would happen if a human fell on a black hole, most would probably expect to die instantly. But the reality is way stranger than that. If you were to come too close to a black hole, you would get spaghettified. Sir Martin Rees coined the term spaghettification, which is a perfectly good way to put it. You'd eventually become a stream of subatomic particles that swirl into the black hole. If you jumped into a black hole feet first, the gravitational force on your toes would be much stronger than that pulling on your head. And as you accelerate toward the black hole, gravity would stretch you so much, you'd be spaghettified.
Here's what happened in space this week.
The NASA OSIRIS spacecraft finally touched the surface of the asteroid for 6 seconds, gathering material and then bounced away. It actually grabbed so much material that the container was overflowing, and while this was unexpected, the mission is still in good shape. Meanwhile, the Space Force established their first field command, taking over the previous Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado. And the Air Force is currently considering canceling a Blue Origin contract, which may further slow the development of New Glenn. But really, the main news this week was SpaceX. They launched another Starlink launch, bringing the total Starlink satellites launched up to 895. As well, this was their 100th successful launch, so congrats to SpaceX. And Starship is moving along. They installed 3 Raptor engines on the Starship and performed a static fire test. Then they installed the nose cone on the Starship to prepare for the 15-kilometer launch. And they are finally bringing this concept art to life with the real NASA Starship nose cone. This is super exciting to see art become reality. And lastly, NASA has an exciting announcement about the moon tomorrow, and of course, I'll keep you guys updated.
Space facts. In about 4.5 billion years, our galaxy and the Andromeda Galaxy will collide. Currently, we're flying at each other at 402,000 kilometers every hour. In 2 billion years, it'd have gotten so close that this is what we would see when we look up at the sky at night. And did I mention that our moon is moving 4 centimeters away from us every year? That means that in 50 million years, there's not even going to be enough gravity between the Earth and the moon for the moon to affect our tides. And speaking of gravity, Saturn is actually pulling its rings into its planet. Therefore, in 100 million years, Saturn's not going to have any damn-ass rings.
Here's a space myth I hear all too often. that there is a dark side of the moon. There is no dark side of the moon. Both sides of the moon receive equal light. There is, however, a far side. This is because we only ever see one side of the moon. Our moon is tidally locked with our planet. It spins at the same rate as it revolves around the Earth, meaning it takes the same amount of time for it to spin once as it does to revolve once. So we're only ever seeing one side. In fact, humans had never actually seen the far side of the moon until a Soviet space probe took pictures of it in 1959. The far side of the moon is a tricky beast to explore. This is because satellites typically need to see Earth to communicate with it. With no other orbiting satellites to relay their communication back to mission control, Apollo 11 astronauts experienced 47 minutes of radio silence. And because of these radio challenges, there has only ever been one spacecraft to soft land, not crash, on the far side of the moon. There is no mysterious dark side, but the far side is also pretty fascinating.
According to the laws of physics, a planet in the shape of a donut could actually exist. The known universe in 1922 was only 100,000 light years. The known universe today is 93 billion light years. That is an incomprehensible size, and it scares me. So apparently the sunsets on Mars are blue. All I'm saying, Elon Musk, if you're watching this, if I ever get the chance to leave my life on Earth and go live it out on Mars, I'm taking it.
This is how high you'd be able to jump on different planets using the same effort.